That time coming. What's up, guys? Oh my god, why is the chat so small? What's up, BT Nosy? Let's see, chat. Okay, I think we're full size, hopefully now. So I can't. There we go. Oh yeah. What's up, YouTube Nosy, Bacon Dream, Girthy, Tic Tac? Got a high-end build coming for y'all this morning. Man, I can barely read your name. It's like in blue, and that's like our background. We got Gingerbread in the game. The game. Not the gamer, the game. Hangover Monday. Oh no, plum crazy. Is that what's going on for you? You're drinking on a Sunday? I was up super late playing Monopoly. And then today, it's really random, but decided to challenge myself, and one of my employees and friends, Hunter, actually walked with me, but we walked to work. So that was a solid about 6.5 mile walk. Woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. Took about, I guess it'd be like close to like 2.5 hours worth of walking. So that'll be a Toasty DIY video. I vlogged the whole thing. Thank you for the sub. PCP, 23 months. Let's go. Starting off our little sub goal, I think I got it set to 20 right now. What's up, PCP? Yeah, I probably am gonna need a nap. I mean, I don't know, right now, I feel good, but I've also had a what is it, a chai latte, and then I'm drinking a V8 now, which has a little bit of caffeine, and then I woke up, so I went to bed, and I was like, oh no, I'm definitely sick. I was having like the cold sweats last night, couldn't sleep well, very fatigued, and I was like super, like my body was hot, but like obviously I was cold. So this morning when I woke up, I felt horrible. Like I literally I think I fell asleep at like 1 a.m., woke up at 4 a.m. to do this walk. So I took some was it Dayquil? And since then I've felt pretty decent, but you know how that goes. It gives you like that energy that may wear off any minute, you know? What's good, Toasty Bros? If I make an $800 PC bill with an i5 12600K, what GPU should I go with? You can really do anything, honestly, because that's like a very versatile CPU, and it's Gen 4 capable, as well as the motherboards for it. So you could go as high as like a 4070 Ti Super, like this build here. I would say you can go as low as like a used card of something like a GTX 1660. You know, if you're looking for more like esports titles and stuff. We have an upgraded camera though, if you guys couldn't tell. I'll show you guys the full screen because that'll really show it. So I don't know if you guys remember what this looked like before, but it definitely was not this level of quality. And yeah, this one is very responsive, like pretty good frame rate. Check out the focus on it too. So kind of like get it focused on my hand, and then boom, it like instantly auto focuses on whatever we're working on. So another little stream upgrade for you guys. And that was kind of thanks to I think it's Ozbot, which, or is it Oz or OBS bot? Anyways, you guys can look it up if you want. But I know Matt was saying Harris Heller. We're doing an ad spot for them, and Harris Heller actually did like a little review on this camera. And I gotta admit, it is real good, guys. It is real good. Number 107. Good morning. What? Huh? Go back to, we'll do this one here. Heatsink is a chonker. It's got a, yeah, that is a good size. I love when it covers the I/O like that though. So inside the case, you won't see it. This is a Jonah Plan build, by the way. I'm sure a lot of y'all could probably tell because it's pretty aesthetic focused. Did he get sleeve cables too, I'm guessing? Oh, he actually didn't. Wow, that's weird to see. This build, I will say that this build is going to be real, well, you know, we'll let you all decide once it's done, but this build will be real clean, and it's going to be $2,150, which is a pretty good price for a pretty close to an X3D CPU with the 4070 Ti Super. You're definitely going to be able to play, you know, any game you want to throw at it. Honestly, even at 4K if you wanted to. So some pretty high settings. I like huge. Whoa. What's up, Mr. Grain Frame? Grain screen frame. Seems like a smaller size build today ought to be interesting. Yeah, this is a case that we haven't built in a lot. The Fractal Mini Air, the Pop Mini Air. So it's kind of like the famous Pop case, but it's Micro ATX instead. Good morning, Paladin. How's it going? Now I'm hoping that this motherboard has the mounting for this SSD. Because that's something, so we got a bunch of these, we're finally going through them, but we got a lot of these little mini SSDs. These are really popular right now because of handhelds. A lot of handhelds can't fit full-length NVMe's, so they have these ones that are like half and quarter size, and yep, this board does not support it. It's wonderful. I don't get why they don't do that, because a lot of boards do, but I've noticed recently, like some of these B650s only have basically like the one standard length screw, so then you literally just can't use the shorter ones. It sucks too, because this is a 2 terabyte. I don't know if we have... Tolo, do you happen to be here? I'm assuming not. Oh, you are here. Do we happen to have 2 terabyte Gen 4s in stock? Or am I going to have to kind of audible in this build and just do a 1? Enjoying your day off? Nice. That's what I'm saying, Xenos. I'm like, yeah, it's weird. I appreciate it, though. We've been trying to get Jonah to kind of go a little bit out of his comfort zone, and this one is too short, tool. But like basically, I can't use it on this board. I need to use a full-size NVMe, and it called for a 2 terabyte, so I just didn't know if we had a... I know that we have like a 2 terabyte upgrade option. There should be one. Okay. All right, I'm going to be right back then, chat. I'm going to go grab that drive, entertain each other. Keep it active, please. Keep it active. Snub nose NVMe? Is that what they call them? Cool. Yeah, we had 1 2 terabyte NVMe in stock, so I will need to make sure we have Jonah. That's the only downside of us how we print these nice things off now is once they're printed, if one little part gets changed or anything, then yeah. What do we got? Hey Chad, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and you get notified when the Toaster Boys go live. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Xenos. Yeah, I've been, yesterday I decided to switch it up. I think I'm going to keep doing it because I read there's nothing really against it. So on the Sunday streams, you know, I use Restream, and I stream to Twitch because we only have one Twitch channel. And then obviously we have multiple YouTube channels. And so instead of streaming to Toasty Clips, I've been doing Toasty Bros Gaming because, I don't know, I just, you know, I don't want like Toasty Bros Gaming to be like completely dead, even though it kind of isn't being used. Just for the Sunday streams, but I stream to all 3. So I stream to Toasty Bros Twitch, Toasty Clips, and Toasty Bros Gaming, and it worked fine. So I think I'm gonna start doing it like that. I'm sure that there's not people who are gonna watch on 2 different YouTube channels, but I did notice that Toasty Bros Gaming had like a little bit of a small following. You know, like there's a few people who watch there, so you'll have a choice of where you want to go, basically. Can't watch 3 at once, but you'll try. You know, there's a way. If you got a desktop, you know, with enough RAM, you're good. What is your top 5 favorite games? In no particular order, just first things that come to mind. Apex Legends, Halo, like 2 and 3. Halo Reach was definitely goated. I don't know if I want to put that. No, yeah, honestly, yeah. Thinking about the amount of hours I had into it. I feel like Black Ops 1 with like multiplayer and zombies was really good, as well as 2. I like Overwatch. I don't know if it's like my top games, but I like it. It's pretty fun. I think if there's anything else. I'd probably say that's it. You know, if you're looking for top 5, because I know I just named more than 5 technically. So I would say those games. It's kind of a weird but mostly normal arrangement of games. All right, let's go ahead and pop one of my favorite CPUs in the market, which honestly, I say that all of 7000 series is my favorite, from the 7600 all the way to about the 7800 X3D. I don't really like anything beyond that, honestly. You'll see us do them, you know, with 750 X3Ds and stuff, but thank you, Paladin, for the sub. Thank you very much. You're helping our Taco Bell addiction. I'm hoping we can get enough subs to be able to order it one day this week. How's the ventilation on the case? I honestly don't know yet. I don't know. We're gonna open it up in just a minute here, so we'll find out. I'll let you know what I think. You never knew about Toasty Bros Gaming until a few months ago. So here's how it actually went. I actually made Toasty DIY, it was years ago now, but on the same night I made Toasty DIY, I made Toasty Bros Gaming. I'm gonna say about 6 years ago probably. Yeah, it's kind of funny to think about. I made them both at the same time because I was streaming from home a decent amount with the Sunday streams, and I think I was trying to do more. I was trying to stream more than that, and I wanted a place to put highlights. So, and I also wanted a hobbyist channel. That's why DIY came to be. So Toasty Bros Gaming, Toasty DIY, same time, and then Matt, like within probably like a month, made Toasty Clips for kind of like, really Toasty Clips didn't have a home for quite a while. It was like that weird relative that just kept bouncing back and forth. At one point we were kind of doing like vloggy stuff on it. At another point we were uploading almost like it was DIY, like we were kind of putting random clips and highlights and stuff on it. At one point we were only cutting up clips from streams. And then it became a shorts channel for a while. Like we only did shorts for a solid, like, I'd say year almost. And then the most recent rendition is obviously streaming. So we stream to Toast. We stream to Toasty Clips, and now we're even, because it's like actually doing pretty good. It doesn't really make much money like at all. Like it's under $100 a month to give you an idea. But the views on it are great. I mean, I think it averages well over 100,000 views a month between the streams, the shorts that we do, and then the streams after, because they get uploaded as like a VOD. But the VOD is basically an actual video, which is kind of cool. So we're starting to do like thumbnails. Thank you all. Back when they were getting toasted. What's your ideal Taco Bell order? That's a good question too. So for a lot of you guys don't know, I'm gonna be that guy, I'm gonna say it. I'm vegetarian. So my Taco Bell order is a little different like a lot of people's, because I mean, back before I was vegetarian, it'd be real basic, just whatever's cheap. I'd get the beefy Fritos burritos were real good, but now the last like 5 years I try to switch it up when I can, but I would say recently I've really liked cheese quesadillas from there. The black bean crunch wraps have always been pretty goated. I feel like they have a decent amount of nutrition to them while being a little bit unhealthy, it's not terrible. Like the cheese quesadilla I'm getting nothing out of, but at least with the black bean crunch wrap, with the beans and everything, I'm getting a little bit of protein, a little bit of fiber. I really like the spicy potato soft tacos. Those are definitely a classic goat. I used to get this one thing that I really liked, and they took it off the menu forever ago, but it was like a hybrid. It was kind of like a spicy soft potato taco, but it was a burrito. So it was called the cheesy potato burrito, and it was basically like a little burrito that had the fried potatoes in it. I think it was like nacho cheese and sour cream. That was it. It was real basic, but that was good too. A new thing that's really good if you want to save some money, because quesadillas are freaking expensive now. I mean, they're like almost $6 or more. Like if you get like a steak one, it's like $8. The stackers. So the stackers are basically a quesadilla that are folded one more time. So instead of it being like a half, it's folded over on itself. So a little less ingredients, but they're like $2 and some change. So if you get that, I'll get that with black beans instead of beef, but you can get it with beef, you can get it with chicken, maybe you can get it with steak, but you save a lot of money. So I would really recommend for people looking for like the most bang for buck from Taco Bell, get the stacker instead of the quesadilla, maybe even order 2 for the same price. Spicy potatoes just go to because of the price, if you like spicy, real good for real. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I like. Which, funny enough, I haven't been getting Taco Bell nearly as much lately, just because, well, for one, I think all of us have gotten it so often that it's more of like a once a week thing now. For a while there, though, I'm not kidding. I went through weeks where like I was getting it every single day, sometimes even like multiple times a day, mainly because I'm just like I was addicted to soft drinks. So it was more of an excuse to get a Baja Blast, and I like the food. But I'm actually I'm sober from soft drinks right now. I haven't had a soft drink in a couple months. The only time I've had a soft drink was I had a root beer float recently at a festival, and I didn't relapse. The next day I was fine, That's how I'd like to be. I'd like to be able to just avoid soft drinks whenever I can, but then every so often, like if I'm at a party or something, I want to be able to, drink a Mountain Dew or whatever. but then not like, because that's my problem is I've quit soft drinks like a lot in my life, but within sometimes a few days, sometimes a week, sometimes a few months, I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna have one, and then I have one, and then the next week, you know, it just doesn't stop for a few months now. I haven't had soft drink in 14 months. Well, congratulations. Mountain Dew is addictive. I mean, I genuinely, like, I don't know. I think it's a psychology thing a little bit, because I've told people that I don't really think caffeine does much for me. I don't really crave it. I hate coffee. So I never thought it was a caffeine thing for me, but maybe it was a caffeine sugar thing, because, man, I mean, even in the mornings, you guys would see me drinking like a Mountain Dew like every morning, or just whatever soft drink we had, because I think I like the taste and like the fizz. Like I love the fizz of a soft drink, but they are not good for you at all. I was looking up this morning, I think Mountain Dew has the most sugar of like any soft drink. It's like a 12-ounce can is like 70 grams of sugar. It's basically your full daily allowance of sugar in one drink, which is wild. He loves Sour D? What? This PC ain't getting built? Whatever. You guys know you like when I take it real slow. I just talk my head off, you know. Y'all are like, is this PC ever gonna be done? You quit soft drinks a while back. Which way is this supposed to go? Oh God, I wasn't paying attention, guys. AM4 is, okay. The little notches go up. Where's Matt? He's actually on vacation, so Matt will not be, I don't believe at least, I don't think he'll be on any of the streams this week. So he should be back this upcoming Monday. Trying to give up monsters. So that's one thing I also appreciate about I'm a very unpicky eater, by the way, and like eating, drinking, like very unpicky, but that is my one thing is I don't like the flavor of coffee, and I've never liked energy drinks for some reason. Like I've had many, I feel like I've had like, you know, a sip of like almost every major energy drink brand. Every single one, I've realized I do not like fake sugar. Like I don't like aspartame. I don't really like stevia. I just don't like any of the fake sugar taste. So that's a big turnoff for me. Like I can drink them, but I have to like force it. And honestly, they kind of make, like, I think the fake sugar actually makes my stomach hurt, weirdly enough. So yeah, luckily for me, energy drinks have always been pretty easy to avoid. And like I said, I've never really, I mean, there's been times where I know for a fact I've had like an overload of sugar. Like there's been days where I've had like, I would probably guess a couple to few hundred milligrams of caffeine, and I don't even really remember like feeling it or being like, oh my God, this is crazy. I know some people are like that, you know, some people get like mad effects from caffeine and some just don't really feel it. Just drink a glass of water, mate. I do drink a lot of water now. The only, so I do drink these. You'll usually see me drinking one of these in the morning. So I wish like Bruce was, I don't know if Bruce is here or not, but these are like the one drink that I know a lot of people don't like absolutely hate on. So these have 80 milligrams of caffeine, but it's black tea and green tea caffeine, which is pretty cool. And it has, you know, a serving of vegetables and fruits, and a pretty good amount of like vitamins and stuff. And they're only 50 calories, and they're not carbonated, which is also nice. So it's like a juice, real nice. Cut out regular pop, went to 0 sugar drinks, lost weight right away, and stopped feeling bloated. That's awesome. Yeah, I will say too, I agree on that. I have felt definitely less like bloated. Like I feel like I've just had like less water weight and stuff like that. I've also been kind of in tangent to quitting soft drinks. I've been going to the gym about 3 times a week now for a few months, and I've definitely felt pretty good these last few months. I still don't really eat like super healthy. I mean, one thing like I said, it's an advantage of being vegetarian. It's hard to eat really unhealthy as a vegetarian, but it's not as hard as you would think. Because I know a lot of people when they hear vegetarian, they think I just eat like freaking nuts and berries all day, but obviously I still eat a lot of like junk food and stuff. Coffee is life, not giving up on that. See, I'm so glad, I hate the taste of coffee. The only coffee I can kind of drink, and I know you guys have seen me drink it every so often, is the Frappuccinos from Starbucks. And what's funny is I still don't, like, I taste the coffee in those even, and I still don't like it, but the rest of the drink's just so good. He sits and eats nuts and berries from deer scat. Ugh. Ugh, brother. Ugh. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little zippity doo dah day tie on this. Oh, the doo dah day. Chat, maybe if I have time and if you guys remind me, I can show you guys some of my camera stuff. So I've been, my most recent hobby that may or may not stick, you know, I may not talk about it ever again, but has been instant film photography. And I've kind of been getting an itch for getting a nice camera too, which I know some of you are probably thinking, like, don't you guys have nice cameras there? And it's like, well, yes, but they're a little bit bigger cameras, and also I don't want to take any of like our office like work cameras. It doesn't feel the same. You know, it's something about buying it and like customizing it myself and knowing that I own it. Really makes me want to go crazy on it. Okay, so one of the things Jonah called for was 2 extra fans. I'm thinking he wants me to put them on the radiator, so we'll go ahead and do that. No twigs and bark for breakfast. You know what my breakfast was this morning? Mac and cheese. I made it was like one of those cheap, like, you know, 30-cent boxes of mac and cheese. It's just overpriced, that's it. What is? Once you start adding creamers, they get sweeter, tastier. I'm not a black coffee guy. You like the, yeah, I've heard a lot of people like Black Rifle. It's a manly brand. Breakfast of Champions, hell yeah. The only sugar-free drink I like is sugar-free grape Kool-Aid. Okay, that's a random one. Yeah, mac and cheese, you know, I was whenever I get asked like what my favorite food is, I often will allude to like the basics of like mac and cheese, pizza. Those are just very goated food items. I think if I had to just like get rid of food, you know, as long as I can have like those two, pretty golden. I'm gonna go ahead and change before I forget. I put this as a 2 terabyte team group instead. Team group. I'm gonna put small one didn't fit. There we go. The small one didn't fit, chat. The 4 food groups: pizza, pasta, fried, dessert. The American food style. See, remember I was telling you, I was like, I might be vegetarian, but I'm not super healthy in what I eat and drink. A lot better on what I drink now, though, for sure. And I have been managing to not like binge eat as hard, because without, you know, with looking at my size, you probably would think I don't eat a lot, but I eat a lot, like too much. I've had days where I've never really counted calories, but I've had times where I've kind of like thought about it, because, you know, I know basic like calories, like I can look at most foods and kind of take a guess. I've had days where I think I've definitely hit like 5,000 calories. And I would say like on a regular day, I often will hit like 3 to 3,500. So yeah, I definitely have been a lot better lately. I think with just going to the gym, and I'm more conscious about, you know, do I really need like that other, you know, breakfast bar or whatever. Off topic, how long have you and Matt been friends? So Matt and I met actually, we kind of knew of each other in elementary school. Funny enough, there's actually like old photos of, I think we're in the same photos. I don't think we're next to each other or anything, but like of like field day elementary school, where we're in the same photos. But then the first time we really started talking was the very beginning of 7th grade. And that's when, so Matt had a separate YouTube channel and I had a separate YouTube channel. His was a lot bigger. He did a lot of Gary's Mod stop motion. That was back when that was like real popular. That was like the thing to do. And yeah, the channel was, you know, it was a good little, for back then it was a good size. Like I think it was at like 700 subs and, you know, a few 100,000 views. It's a real long story, but one of our mutual friends, who we're both still friends with, basically got his original channel banned. I'm not gonna talk about how, but the long story short is Matt left. It was my laptop. For some reason, he was like logged into it on his main channel. My friend posted a video that was a little bit, honestly, it wasn't even that bad, but it was a little bit out there, and the channel like instantly got banned. So then Matt and I made multiple YouTube channels after that, like to where they were together, kind of like Toasty Bros. But then it wasn't until basically sophomore year of high school that we kind of came up with the idea of Toasty Bros. And so, wait, rear and overhead. Where's our normal? I think we like swapped stuff around. We'll use overhead zoom. That'll work. It was Casey. No, Matt and I are not actually related. But yes, so basically we started the YouTube channel, like this YouTube channel, back in 2014. It was September. We actually just passed our 10 years of doing YouTube. I think it was September 9th, if that sounds right. And yeah, 10 years of Toasty Bros, and then even longer of obviously us knowing each other. And on top of that, other YouTube channels. So we've been doing YouTube now for, shoot, I mean, probably close to 16 years. I actually still have my original channel. I don't use it. I mean, I haven't uploaded to it in, I think, over 10 years. Funny enough, my YouTube channel, mine was a lot smaller. But I remember I was real proud of some of my videos. And at one point, YouTube had just added the tool where you could go to your creator dashboard and select all. I wanted to delete one video. I deleted every single one of my videos. And I didn't have a ton, but I think I had like 100. And yeah, I deleted every single one. So now that channel just has like maybe 30 videos that were more recent. You wish to case that two 140s instead of the two 120s. It actually doesn't even have the mounting for 140s. Now, I could be wrong, but I feel like the full-size version of this case does have 140s. Am I wrong about that? Okay, we need to put the I/O shield in. EIE I/O shield. We graduated high school in 2016, and then I graduated college in 2019. I thought Matt was like 1 year past me for college. I thought he was like 2020. I don't know that for sure though. No quote me on that. But he also got a bachelor's. I just have a associate's. And we went for pretty different things. I went for computer engineering, and he did business and marketing. Yep, 2016. It's crazy to think that we're coming up on, in 2 years, it'll be our 10-year reunion of high school. I'm like, wow, this is what getting old feels like. You graduated in 07, old AF. Yeah, got a little bit of time on us. Should have taken off this back panel. Oopsies. It's okay, the wool. Okay, actually, yeah, we're gonna take off the back panel. I can't get to it. You graduated in 2000, dang. You graduated in 1997. That's crazy to think about. You graduated before I was born. Because I was born in 98. Just got to work. Yeah, I'm curious, who's the oldest graduate in here? Graduated in 98, associates in 2000. Nice. Now, how much was that associates back then, if you don't mind me asking? I'm still paying mine off. Mine was, mine was a little expensive. I did a private college, because that's what I really wanted that degree, and I liked that school. Because that's the same school Matt went to, actually, so I think that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to go. But mine was like $45K, I think. And it's like 25 different loans, it feels like. Xenos High School, 1987. Nice. What a good year. The golden year. The Xenos graduation year. All right, do we have any extra standoffs up in here? I see, yeah, we got a nub. Tool is still young, graduated in 95. Nice. Yeah, I love seeing all the 90s and 80s graduation. That's crazy. 2011 for high school, 2021 for college. Dang, did you go to college late, or did you go for that long? Say cool either way. I was just curious. Y'all are old. Yeah, your name is Skibbity Rizzler, so I'm gonna guess that you're younger. Went from school to military for 3 years. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for your service. There's a good amount of people that watch our videos, and also even in our morning stream that are veterans or even active. 7600 is running at 75C with a stock cooler while playing finals. Is that normal or not? Well, the finals, firstly, is a very, it's an esports, so it's going to use a lot of your CPU. Therefore, yes, you're going to get pretty high temps with the stock cooler, but no, that is totally normal. Like, those temps are great. I would say on a 7000 series CPU, actually even all the X7000 series CPUs, AMD advertises that they run most efficient at 95C. So now obviously you don't have an X CPU, but even then, yeah, that CPU won't start thermal throttling until it hits probably around 95C. But if you want to get, lower, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to, get like new thermal paste or even just a nicer cooler, like a tower or something, you're gonna get probably at least 10 degrees less. That would be your mom when I finish with her. Wow. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't say that midnight. Is the Ryzen 5500 a good pair with the 4060 for modern games? So, yes and no. It's a good pair. It would do everything you want. You're gonna be able to play 1080p. You're gonna get higher refresh rate. The only downside to the 5500, I'm assuming you already have it, is it is a Gen 3 CPU. And also, the motherboards for a lot of the 5500s, like B450s and some B550s, are also Gen 3. Now, the 4060 is a Gen 4 by 16 card. Now, you can look up a lot of this and geek out if you want, but really, what does that mean? It just means that whenever you have a Gen 4 card running in Gen 3, you're gonna lose a little bit of FPS. But I'm not talking like 20, 30, 40. I'm talking like anywhere from like 2 to 5 FPS in most games. So it's one of those things where, yeah, good pairing is there better pairings. Sure, you could get like a 20 series card used. Those cards are Gen 3, so there won't be any like limitation, if you will. But yeah, it's like I said, you're talking about very minute numbers. Cyredeem is feeling like he did on Saturday. Oh, is he sick? Well, like I said, I legit got about 3 hours of sleep last night because I was like fighting some demons. And I eventually got to sleep. I ended up not taking any medicine because I was just worried I wasn't going to wake up at 4 a.m. like I did. But yeah, no, I'm hoping I just had like a little cold and maybe it'll be gone today, but that's not usually how it goes. Running a 4090 in Gen 3, you're being silly in the first place. 4060 in Gen 3, man, you're fine. See, there you go. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And a 4060, it's a good card. I know a lot of people don't like them because they're like, well, 3060s, like blah, blah, blah. Well, I will say the 4060 in a lot of games with the newer technologies, you get some really good performance out of them. Like, they're very solid cards. I've even seen 4060s like play at 1440p just fine. Who is the raid going to? It's guided the raid to, Sweet Phil. Hey, we sponsor Sweet Phil. That's funny. Oh, it's Kermit Aquila. I think Kermit Aquila is who hooked us up with Sweet Phil. Alexis and I painted the room this weekend. Nice. What room? Painted a room. One of 50 rooms in your house. Man, this power supply has a lot of freaking connections. So we need, let's see, just one 8-pin for the CPU. I'm kind of preemptively running this so I can go ahead and put the radiator in. Just got to make sure everything's plugged in first, and then I'm good to do that. And it has a 16-pin. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Oh my god, why is this? This thing's like all like out of order. You only have 3 rooms. Yeah, you shouldn't say only, that's cool. Nothing wrong with 3 rooms. Will it compete against the PS5 Pro? Oh, this build? Yeah. This build will, I think, in my opinion, this build will kind of blow it out of the water. Which for the price difference, it should. Yeah, PS5 Pros, it's interesting. It's interesting seeing both sides, It seems to be kind of good for the PC space because a lot of people are pretty butthurt about a console basically being like close to $800 just to get into it and not having a disk drive. But on the flip side, a lot of people are like, well, it is a lot more performance. I forgot to put the fans on. It is a lot more performance, so Yeah, I can look at it either way. Yes, it is an LTT screwdriver. We have a lot of these LTT screwdrivers. Like, I would say throughout the office, we probably have around like 10 here. And then everyone, for the most part, has one at home too. Should I buy the PS5 Pro? If you think you want it. I mean, I'm a PC guy like to the end. I don't see myself getting a console ever again unless I get like a handheld. I have not had a console in over 10 years now. And I grew up on console. Like I had, you know, PlayStations, Xboxes, Nintendo DS, Wii's. Your money, your choice. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to go out and buy every console, you can. Go for it. DLSS offers some pretty big gains. They do believe more power efficient. You're talking about like, are you talking about 3060 versus like 4060 or something like that? A lot of people just didn't like them because in terms of like the raw hardware, the raw performance, without any like upscaling or anything, they were basically the same, like the 3060 Ti and the 4060 Ti and the 4060 3060. But like I said, with some of the technologies that you would normally use, they really were like a decent little step up. And honestly, I think the 4060s and the 4060 Ti are like getting pretty close to like the MSRP that the 30 series was. And let's be real, 30 series was around during much of COVID, like from the start until like close to now basically, because they're really not even making 30 series for real anymore besides like 3050s and stuff. I mean, those cards were very expensive. Like I have order history where we were ordering 3060s for $800-900, not TIs either, just normal 3060s. So I'm just saying, right now, you know, getting 40 series, like a 4060 for example, for like under $300, I don't really think is that bad of a deal like people act like it is. Out of most consoles you've owned, what was your favorite? Oh, definitely the Xbox 360. I had an original Xbox before that too that I really liked, but I think the 360 just had a really good atmosphere. I really liked how the party and the party chats worked. I was a diehard Halo gamer. I played a lot of Halo 3 and a lot of Halo Reach online. So for me, having an Xbox was pretty essential. I never really cared for any PlayStation exclusive, honestly. I've never played a God of War, never really played a Spider-Man. Haven't played, what's the other one? Stranding, whatever. I'm trying to think of what else there are that exclusives. For me, it was always just like Call of Duty, Halo, and then just other kind of like oddball games that I would play. I remember playing, this was my first time ever playing a Elder Scrolls game. I played Elder Scrolls Morrowind on the original Xbox. That was a cool experience. Destiny 1 was amazing. Nice. Yeah, that's my last Xbox was the 360 like Slim, the black version, and that would have been, you know, probably around that time or a little before that even. I remember I kept it for a long time because I kind of used it as like if I needed to play a DVD. That was like the big advantage with like PlayStation was the built-in Blu-ray, which that's a lot of people were arguing when they were saying like how much the normal PS4 was versus the PS5 Pro. But a lot of people are like, well, the PS5 Pro, you gotta remember, basically had like a Blu-ray player back then was really expensive. Like it was a few $100 for a decent one. And it was built into the PlayStation. So I was like, well, you were getting some crazy value back then. But the fact that they literally, like for the Pro version of the PS5, they just got rid of the disk drive altogether. A lot of people are like, wait, why am I paying more? I mean, I know that it's better performance and stuff, but, and I guess maybe better cooling. Still a lot of money for a console though, but people will definitely pay it. I definitely think there's gonna be a lot of buyers for that console. Blu-ray is faster because blue lasers are faster. Really? So I honestly, I would believe you. Yesterday you spray painted your black case white and it looks so good. Really? That's an interesting choice. I normally, if I was ever gonna go through a job of doing like custom work like that, I would go for something that like I couldn't just buy. But I'm glad that you like it though. All of my friends had Xbox. I stood on PS3, PS4 up to PS5. I'll get one when GTA 6 comes out if they don't bring it to PC right away. That's a good point. That is another big advantage of like consoles. It's not always though, sometimes it's the opposite, but a lot of the big games do come to console first and they'll be on console for a good minute. Thank you, Big Bird, for giving out a sub to the community. One step closer to Taco Bell, baby. The biggest bird. Can you donate to me a working LGA 1150 board? Sorry, we cannot do that. Waited in line for a PS3? That's awesome. I love watching those nostalgic, like, one of my favorite things, and it's almost like sad because it's like the videos will be titled like, you know, you'll never get to see this again, but it's like people interviewing a line at GameStop at like midnight, you know, for like there was one where I watched was the Halo 2 release, and they literally had like promotional things going on. Like one of them was literally a dude, like they pulled up in a Warthog and Master Chief got out and was like signing people's game copies. I'm like, that would have been so crazy to like be a part of back then. I never really was into like pre-releases or anything, never really cared for them. And honestly, by the time I started playing Halo 2, that's when the game was considered to be like old, you know? Like I think I first got my Xbox, just like normal Xbox, probably like, or borrowed it a few times even, but I probably was, I'm trying to think of when that would have been. Not even the 2000s, because I know the original Xbox came out in what, like, 01 with the launch of Halo 1 as well, or Halo CE. And I really wasn't even into consoles until basically like Halo 3, because Halo 3 was 2006, I believe. And I don't remember playing Halo 3 until probably closer to like, you know, 08 or something like that, like, or at least not on my own. I remember I loved going to my grandpa's house because my uncle lived there, and he had a 360, and he was real big into Halo. So anytime I'd go over there, I remember I would just go upstairs and that's all I want to do is play Halo. Because I was like, dude, this game is so cool. Get the peel off. All right, that's already looking pretty clean, guys. So airflow in the front, because someone was asking. It's a mesh front. Actually it's gonna have some pretty good airflow to it. Not to mention, we got a nice setup. We got exhaust at the top and the back, so the air is gonna kind of come in from the bottom and then go up out the top. Can't the OG Xbox run 4K? I would not think so. I would say, I don't know, because that was RCA. I feel like that was basically the time like before HD borderline. So I'd imagine the original Xbox would be like, I mean, like 480 or something like that. Now the 360, I'm sure could run in a 4K TV, but it was definitely probably running at 1080p, like majorly upscaled. And that's what a lot of console does. Like Matt and I preach that to you all a lot, but you know, even the newest Xbox and PS4, none of them are running native 4K. They're running like 1080p or 1440p. They use a lot of upscaling, and they use even AI technology, like frame gen, to basically generate the next few frames by using AI to artificially do it. Are they gonna modded ones? Maybe. I'm sure it's a thing. I'm sure someone did it, you know. I'm sure someone was feeling crazy. I'm gonna bring this camera back here so you guys can get multiple point of views. This camera is a little bit more punched in than the other one. It's not quite as wide a field of view, but that's okay. 4K wasn't a thing when the 360 and PS3 came out outside of PCs and what is that? Jumbotons? I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, no, 4K is definitely, I mean, 4K even now, mainly because of TVs is the reason it's so prevalent, but we still kind of tell people, like, don't go out of your way to get like 4K monitors. We think 1440p is like the current like top tier resolution for PC enthusiasts. Because 4K is just extra. Like, it's probably gonna be a while before any of us are just running 4K, like at the office or at home. And right now, 1440p just looks so good. Like, if you get a nice 1440p, like high refresh rate monitor, over like, you know, a 4K, like semi-high refresh rate monitor, because the problem is there's just not the screen real estate it's not worth it to have 4K because you really can't utilize it. You know, you can't really see it that well. This connector is the exact same on both ends. That makes that decision easy. All right, so we're going to need, we don't need any PCIe because we got the 16 pin. I think we're just going to need one SATA cable. That's easy enough. No Molex needed. Very nice. Cable management done easy. And then we need to plug in the CPU that we already ran. So go ahead and do. I guess it's P8. P8. All right. Oh my God, the power supply. I guess I have to take out this little SSD cage. It's weird. It like blocks the power supply from fitting. J2 was clowning the PS5 for running at 8K. Yeah, that's what, and I just, it's a sales tactic. It's a big time sales tactic because people are gonna see that and be like, wow, dude, like I don't even have an 8K TV, but that's like future proofing right there. And the fact that it can do that means like it's gonna run 4K like super well. And I still just think like it's just gonna be a lot of upscaling and stuff. It's gonna look better for sure though. It'll be even smoother. I'm sure that they're probably advertising like maybe 144 hertz now instead of like 120. Because I think most consoles, if I'm not mistaken, the high refresh rate was really just 120. Do we use UPSs for electrical outages in the USA? Yeah, you know, it's not like not mandatory or anything, but a lot of businesses have generators, and I would say uninterruptible power supplies are very common. Matt and I actually have one for the Toasty Bros, mainly because of like we have, you know, smaller servers that are for networking, or sorry, not for networking, for storage. So we just don't want those going down like in the middle of an edit or something. Hey Jackson, I'm taking my 700 GRE on trade. If you're local, we can definitely talk some numbers with you on like giving you like a cash value, or even if you want to have us build a PC or you have one that picked out, yeah, we'll use it towards trade-in. If you're not local, we can. We've done it a few times where we've had people ship us stuff. The main thing is we tell people, you know, we really can't give you like a full fair value until we see it and test it. And if anything happens in shipping, we can't take fault or blame for it because we would literally just, yeah, it just wouldn't be fair to us. You miss having a console TV? What is a console TV again? Just like a giant TV? Or is it like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what is a console TV? Like, I know the term, but I just can't think of like what it is for some reason. Still use the antenna on your TV? Do you actually? I have one in my room. So like, what makes it a? Are you just talking about like just basically like an old like CRT TV? Like, what makes it console TV? You know what I do remember having as a kid for a little bit was it the TV that has the VHS in it, like the VHS player. Old TVs are like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, TV and VCR. So is that what a console? Is that what it means? Console TV is like a combo. But no, I did. I had a couple of those. I had a couple of console TVs with you know, VHS players. Ooh, with the wooden panels. Okay. I don't really remember having a wooden panel one, honestly. I might be a little past my time. DVD drive. Yeah, see, that's, I don't remember ever having one with the DVD drive. All right, I think, well, I'm gonna run this through here preemptively, but let's see where this graphics card sits. No, it's the one with the wood all around it that sat on the floor. Oh, because it was just too heavy to even be up on anything. So an entertainment system. Yeah, well, say, because I do remember having like, I mean, entertainment systems where it was basically, you know, your giant wood like cabinet where you basically put like, you know, your DVD player, if you had consoles, you had like a, you know, all your music equipment. You basically just put like, it was just the ultimate entertainment area. That definitely was a cool little time, you know. I mean, that was a long time, I guess, and people still kind of do it. It's just people just, now they're kind of tacky, you know? Everybody wants to have like a real clean setup for all of their stuff, so it's more like a minimal now is better. Like, how can I get as many devices in one area? Back when TV aesthetic was furniture? No, it really was. That's funny to think about. Gen Xers in here remember giant TVs on the floor that serve as a decorative table as well, yeah. You know what I do remember being popular is the projector TVs. That was like the, you know, the very first like big TVs basically. And man, those things, so many people You know, I would say in the last like 10 years have had to get rid of those gigantic anchors. I mean, they weigh so much and they're just huge. I feel like it was, a lot of people just haven't gotten rid of them because it's almost a burden. This is a big card. It's gonna look really nice in this build though. That's definitely an office favorite around here, is whenever you can get the, you know, basically just filling the case. That's the reason why we don't like big cases. You guys have probably noticed the only time we build with big cases is kind of when we're like forced to, or like it was sent to us. Because we're definitely very big fans of, you know, utilizing like all of the space. Here we go. That was a satisfying little click. Click. Click, click. Actually, yeah, it's a pretty clean run for the cable. They didn't have like a GPU cutout, so this will have to do, but it actually looks pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of close to the glass. Actually, no, it won't be too bad. It's not gonna be like pushing on or anything. That's what matters. You thought those big projection screen TVs sucked? Yeah, I don't remember them being great. I think it was just the fact that it was such a big picture, basically. Like, that's why so many people wanted them. I know another big thing that was, like, it was real big for a while was plasma screen. But then I think, because I thought that was like the big battle, was basically what's going to be next, LED or plasma, and LED like very much won. Clearly. But LED technology is pretty dope, like OLED, mini LED, and even like the cheaper alternative of QLED, definitely looks real nice. That's probably sagging. Honestly, not really. It's pretty straight. We'll see though. We have plenty of anti-sag brackets and stuff around here if we have to do that. It has like a little bit of like downward slant, but it's not like slanting, you know, super hard or anything. I think that's how I would describe it. What's up, Mr. Bermquest?
I didn't see a car there. I was confused.
I walked.
That was what that was?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just always wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Woke up at 4 a.m. and Hunter walked with me. He met me at my house, and then we walked here. So now I can say that I've done it. I've walked to work.
You can make a DIY video called
I did.
Went Back in My Day.
I did. I made a DIY video. Yeah, the whole time we were just saying, back in my day, we walked through the snow. This is good weather. These kids wouldn't even know what to do with it nowadays. So console TV is not an air. Yeah, that's what we have determined, Chad, is that they're all a little different. You know, I think they have different opinions on them.
I'm a couple episodes behind in the manga. Not a couple episodes, couple chapters. Relatively, though.
It's all relative, my dear boy.
Womp womp. But I've heard, I just haven't read the last, I think I haven't read the last 3 chapters, is it. But I've heard some things from Zach. It's kind of wild.
He geeks out.
He always, he reads the spoilers before it's out. If you want to cliff note it and from the Japanese, they say, cliff note it in English and tell you, like, here's the highlights of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now he keeps telling me to catch up, but I heard that we're finally like starting a new island, and I kind of want to let a few chapters collect so I can kind of read it all at once.
Oh my god, wow, dude, I just realized I put in the graphics and I didn't plug anything at the bottom in chat. Why didn't you guys tell me? Off topic, but why do most PC builders don't prefer PSU Shroud fans? Well, I don't understand the question. Can you reiterate?
Don't use PSU Shroud fans.
So the power supply, that makes sense, but then Shroud, I don't understand the...
I don't know what Shroud fans are either. I thought maybe if I restated it, you could.
You don't read spoilers, you read the leaks. Is that not the same thing, kind of? Like, am I crazy? It's like a leak and a spoiler are kind of like the same thing. Well, as long as the leak is right.
Some people will give like slight summaries of what happened. Like they'll be like, like if it's been seen, they'll be like, so and so shows up. These two begin to fight. This person's reveals something.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people do it where it's like that, where it's like you just want to know if the chapter's worth reading this time.
Oh, you're talking about the intake fans on the bottom. So like this case actually doesn't support it, but the main reason most people don't is because your graphics card sits so low that it'll almost be like on the fan sometimes. So that's the big reason. And honestly, they usually aren't necessary. Like your graphics card for any modern card, they have such good cooling built in that you just don't need them.
Gotcha. Oh, no spoilers. So she's just in the one that don't touch the breakables. What's breakable?
Everything in this room, McAllister. Khajiit have sticky fingers.
Careful around the Khajiit. They tend to lift things from your purse. No spoilers. Okay, the leaks are just the actual thing. Okay, cool. I didn't know. Have you found a site that doesn't have a bunch of ads that are a little bit 18 and up? Because I can only find sites that have very 18 and up ads.
They know their audience,
and
McAllister.
It's like, Cass will look over, it's like, what is that? It's just like the most bootylicious pig. And then I'm reading it on my phone, and then it's like, I'm just trying to eat puppies.
Yeah, you almost wonder if you should just lie and be like, I'm watching porn. Which is less embarrassing, you know?
Yeah. At this point, it's one piece.
Now, if your dad ever walks in on you, though, that's when you got it. You can't tell him it's anime, McAllister.
Actually, I showed him the cartoon. He said that.
You told me about that. You said he kind
I
of liked it.
I watched that, and he never did. But I was like, so.
The fact that he actually didn't just say like, get that sissy stuff out of here.
He just thought it was really funny that the commander said, if you, what was it? It's like, hey, you turn around, I'm gonna freaking kill you. And he just thought that was something that was funny.
Would you want to do a short on that one?
No. Yeah, we can. Just give me another. Come back in like 10 minutes, Zach.
Sounds good. So we see who the real bottleneck is.
That's crazy.
You're already starting the day.
Starting off the week good, huh, boys?
Remember who walked here today, all right? You little.
Hey, I heard about that. That's pretty metal.
Thank you. Okay.
How long did it take?
Have you all seen the Summit
You had to wake up at
Well,
like
3
5 a.m. or
fans.
something?
I woke up at 4 actually.
Damn, bro.
But it took
What was
me
the video about?
just a DIY of
Walking to work?
yeah, it was like a vlog.
back in my day?
Yeah, it was the back in my day video. No, it's just something I don't know, I've always thought about it in my head where I'm like, you know, sometimes through my mind I'm like, I could do it. And I'm like, and then other times I'm like, is that
Would you do it
possible?
again?
Yeah, I would need like a new reason.
How are you getting back?
Emily's going to take us home
Cool.
at like 3:30.
There's also Uber.
Yes. Yeah, there is Uber, but
I was curious what he was planning on doing. Dumb bitch.
He's in a mood today.
No.
isn't that the worst when he makes you
It's
feel?
like you insult people and then I'm in a mood. That's crazy.
Yeah, I used my strategy. That's my bad.
Hey, calm down.
I'm just mad that he didn't play games with me last night.
Aw. McAllister, why'd you do that?
Yeah, he said, I played for 20 minutes. I had enough to do.
He got on after I played like
I
9,
didn't know
10.
shit. You didn't text me when you got on.
No, I didn't text you to play together. I got on because I wanted to play.
You should have thought about him.
No, I played like 9, 10 ranked matches, and I had one of those dopamine losing ones. I'm like,
Oh.
I can't bother losing to Zach right
Yeah,
now.
I said, God.
You say it like I brought it up like it was a problem.
I was saying I wasn't mad.
It's really not a big deal,
I said,
McAllister.
gotcha, dude. I got it. I understood.
It's not a big deal. You're kind of overreacting.
The extra today.
I'm being gassed. He's like mentioning things that rev me up, then acting confused. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
he's
Don't get the dog excited, then he's walking here going, ah, ah.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
That's not my fault, dude.
In a minute, he's gonna start humping your leg if you don't calm down.
Hell yeah.
I'll do more than his leg, I swear to God. No, but I did a pretty good win streak on rank. Then I just kept running into Zangief.
What rank are you?
Dude, for some reason I can't beat Zane.
Platinum 2. Really?
Platinum.
I just can't. I don't know. I fall for all of his tricks. It's because he's big and scary, and then I just choke. You know?
I definitely, what happens is I fight one, and I'm like, yeah, I proved to myself I still can beat Zangief. And then another one will come up, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to lose to this one 'cause I'm pretty good at beating them. And then the more nervous I get, the more I immediately mess up. But when they just SPD me after a jump, I want to kill them.
You know what I benchmarked yesterday for here? I did
mini-game?
yeah, I did deadlock.
Deadlock.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you played that
I did.
again.
I mean, so, okay, when I played on stream that day, the first game, I was being my typical boomer self, and I was annoyed that Zach had me play it on stream, because all I was thinking is, I'm like, Zach already knows, like, I don't like new games, I don't adapt well. So at first I was a little bit like, man, I'm about to, like, just end the stream, dude, or go play a different game. But then I was like, now I'm gonna try it again. And then the second time I was like, I can see how this would be my kind of game, because I don't like team deathmatch. I like Overwatch pushing the cart.
Like
I think that's fun.
yeah,
I like an objective, and I think the fact that, like, I get why League is kind of really liked by a lot of people, because it's management. Like, you're having to manage where you're doing certain things.
Well, you could win if there's a point where you can win by using strategy, not just being good at the game.
Right.
Which I like, because I'm not very good at the game. But honestly, I uninstalled the game yesterday, I think, because I saw someone say, all right, here's the best lineup on this. And I was like, nope, all right, cool. They've gotten too sweaty.
Yeah.
They got there already.
Well, I mean, hey, it's League of Legends,
there,
basically.
But I just was hoping it wouldn't be so fast. I thought I'd have some time where I could have fun. McAllister's the new target.
That's the scary without context.
Yeah, is this like
Got a
is
hitman.
this a hitman in the chat, and then you just changed?
Just
What's
change
his
the
bounty?
topic.
What's his bounty?
That's a good
Zach
point.
G is now the new target.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
There we go.
I don't think it's.
Who is this?
No, that's me calling that out to them.
Oh, I was like, why do they know your all's full
Hot
names?
Potato, your bounty.
Well, I gotta make sure this.
Hot Potato the Bounty. That's funny.
Alright, this guy.
You guys are like John Wick.
I can't just go to John Wick Assassin Hotel.
Have you guys seen all of
That
those?
guy sucks.
No. Are they good?
I mean, well, it depends on who you are. Like, if you really like action, amazing. If you,
Something for dessert. I'm loud.
I need a weapon.
Oh
He
my
walks in and
God,
says,
here
I need a
we go.
weapon. Yeah, you got.
Back in 5.
Okay,
What about dessert?
you just gotta really like action
Maybe 10.
movies.
See where you're at, maybe 10.
Well, I'm done. But yeah, come back in like 5 or 10, because I want to end the stream before I do the short.
You go a little bit.
Then I'm doing your little build. Oh, you got me something? Oh, thanks, man. I'm about to be so caffeined up today, like in a bad way.
Check it out. Okay,
Dude,
chat, we got all
that is
these
so
things.
legendary, Jonah.
Okay,
So how was the stock there?
the full.
Oh,
I was
shit.
walking by and kid was like, "Isn't that the cream soda?" I was like,
Oh, you almost passed it up?
"I did," because I was just so used to not seeing it.
Yeah.
Where was it at? Liquor Barn.
Liquor Barn. It's like the only place you can buy it that's in person.
How was y'all's tummies after the hot ones?
Dude, well, you were there you had to play for me. I felt really bad about that, but man, I was in shambles, McAllister. Like, I was doing everything to not throw up, and I didn't, but
My sickness felt worse, but I don't think it was mainly my tummy. It was just like I was super congested, my throat hurt, and my body was tired. Like,
I was definitely sick last night and this morning.
I don't know what kicked in.
Oh, I didn't know they had a. I didn't know the side plate was
that
like
was really
silver.
easy to do that challenge.
It looks good, though.
My tummy
It's
was
a nice
just
build.
Like, I took a big dive with it last time. I thought this is gonna hurt, but you know what? Fine, I'll get a reaction because I haven't felt anything the whole time.
This is my first time feeling
I
something.
came back in here after the challenge and I dipped like the number 6 one, and I was like, because I thought that was the one that had spice, and then dude, it was burning. I was like, oh my god, I got lucky. Something was on my tongue that was causing me to not.
Using
feel
the
pain.
little new camera, our mini GoPro.
Oh yeah.
it was alcohol.
Look at it going.
Maybe it was because I came back.
No,
in
chat-
here and
chat
I
loves it.
regret
It's
that, or
so
regret
good.
the decision.
It's good.
Yeah, no, I think for me, I don't think it was the drinking in tangent. I really do think it was, yes, I had like 2 or 2.5 glasses full of chocolate milk, and it was like protein, extra chocolate milk. So I think that with
Got
the
extra
hot
yolk.
stuff, just killed me, man. But I will say, after I felt better, I got like a really good second win. Like the rest of the stream, I was feeling great. I was glad to be there, you know.
I love that RGB lights on this. Oh wow.
Yeah, they're the ones that are like, I like how it's built into the
Yeah,
case.
they're
Like it has a
built
built-in hub. It's very convenient, very nifty. It's very cutesy,
Very demure.
very
Very mindful.
I hate it, that's a trend, man. But it's so funny. Girthy's truck tire blew out, so he couldn't make it Friday, and Timmy is in a rush to get it. Oh, you're talking about like, because Girthy built Tim a PC. Wait, did it blow out on the way to give it to him? Because that's unlucky if that happened. Ooh, I finished his building. Pretty good timing. With a lot of talking too. Chat was making fun of me, and they're like, well, I guess you'll finish the build tomorrow. I was like, nah, I'll get it done. Joe and I walked here this morning.
I know.
Dude, so last night, I'm hoping I'm better because I don't feel terrible, but I was in shambles. Like right around 8 o'clock, I was playing Monopoly, as I do on Sunday nights, and I realized like my body was cold and hot at the same time, and I was getting like really like Emily felt me and she was like, dude, you're like really hot, and I was like, yeah, and I was just like, man, like that, yeah, this is starting to suck. And then I laid in bed at around 11, which is already late because I knew early I needed to wake up, but I just wasn't tired. And then I started getting like the cold chills, like where I'm laying there and I have 3 blankets over me. Emily's like, you're so hot, and I'm like, no, I'm so cold. And I was starting to get the fatigue, and then I didn't fall asleep until probably 1 a.m. and then I woke up at 4 a.m. and I couldn't go back to bed, so I showered. Yeah. Hunter didn't get there until about like 5:30, so. But yeah, I got, all right, so get this, McAllister, 1,787 calories burned for the day, and I'm at 15,741 steps.
Just do that every day.
Yeah, are you walking home too?
No. I could, but no.
Wow, so you can't do it. That's the challenge.
You want to hear the joke I made to John in the car?
What?
I said every time we're late now, Jackson's gonna go, I walk to work and still got here on time. You guys drive me.
I wasn't thinking about it, but now I'm gonna have to.
Chad,
Yeah, you guys live down the street and you can't get here on time.
Yeah, you should have said there's a big truck and there's a big truck on the road.
Big truck.
Yeah, you wanna know what I did? I walked around him. Dude, I had to walk.
Get out of the car and walk.
I had to cut across Taylorsville Road, Blake and Baker. I had to, like, you don't know how many times we almost get hit by cars. It was crazy. I wore my reflector vest though.
What mode do you all like the most, Chad? Do you like the
Demir
blue
mode?
and pink?
The blue and pink's pretty fire, actually. It just feels fractal
I like the blue and pink. It feels Cooler Master like.
Cooler Master?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
I messed up the colors.
green and orange. We got pink and orange. Ooh.
Dude, imagine being sick and
Blue and purple. And then green and blue.
Dude, I took some of that Dayquil though,
And then I think there's one more, which
that
is
lean-
green and yellow.
Who's that one
And then obviously standard white.
oh, David Dobrik.
RGB.
You talking about Dobrik?
Yeah.
David Dobrik.
This is the Fractal Design Pop Air Mini, and it comes with the
Goggins?
2 fans on the front and the one in the back, and then I bought 2 more Celsius ARGB fans to match the top for the AIO. Well, they were sent to us, but yeah.
running, he looks at the camera, he's like, you fucking loser,
You know, I played that Warhammer, the Warhammer game with Griffin and Kerwin.
I kinda like the,
difficulty. And
I kinda like the blue and purple, too.
Single player game that I've played since that felt like this since playing Halo.
We're doing good today.
Oh.
So good start to the
where
week.
it's like it's spacey. I
It
don't
feels
know what's
epic.
going on, but they're just like.
But yeah, I kind of
"Go
messed with
do
the color
this
scheme with this
badass," and you're
motherboard.
like, "Yeah,
I
I'll
didn't.
go do that."
Yeah, it's from PC Bros inventory, so I didn't know. I thought it was just like a regular B650M from Gigabyte, but I didn't know that the B650M Gaming X AX is like
That's what Zach Davis
The,
been playing a lot of his
like
Warhammer.
the silver on the side, but it just looks pretty good.
That's not the same thing.
I wouldn't say the game's like an awesome game, but for like I've been giving games a lot of credit for coming out and actually working. Like,
I would give you a lot
being
of-
fully working
I would give
game.
you a lot
I
of
will
credit
say
if
for
you
the
can.
for the size of this case and like the price point, it is a heavy case and it's pretty well
Yeah.
built too. So
They don't make any
it's pretty
games,
nice.
Like, yeah, this game's pretty okay, and you're like, hey, it's probably gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna pay for it, and it's gonna be done. But I will say they get the vibe of being a giant death hole. Like they really do. Like when you're walking around and like some guy, like a little close guy in red is walking, and he passes the ship and he just goes. And, like,
We can turn the
pulls
display
me
whenever
off.
we install Windows and like install NZXT cam, but we can't do it like right now.
Warhammer.
So unfortunate.
That was always such a good feeling in Halo. Was like all the Marines were always looking at you. Like they'd be looking up at you and they'd be like, Chief.
Give me your gun.
Yeah.
This one's out.
Yeah, the 4070
Here you go.
MSI Ventus 2 fan is a pretty good one. You wouldn't have any problems with that. It's
I know
a good,
we
it's
were
a
all
good
shocked
small
that
form
you
factor
didn't
GPU.
do sleeve cables. I'm really
I mean,
glad you didn't. Like really.
So like
glad.
I know there are some cases where I'm like I would not want to do sleeve cables in it, and this is one of those cases
What you're
because of
using is
how
freaking me out, man.
well I wanted to show the chat, you know, the PC. So
Just do this.
Jonah, what was your we had to agree with you for the PC and RGB?
I said good RAM timing, but like a good cast latency
Cast
and stuff.
latency.
Yeah, this is CL30.
You stay true to your beliefs.
Literally all my PCs, if they either use for DDR4 they use CL16 or CL30 for DDR5.
You guys asked me what I wanted, and it was all, yeah.
What was it?
showed me. 2 terabytes or
And it's like
I think we just forgot because it wasn't on the board.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pairing. 7700X and 4070.
This was also the last thing we did.
You could go up to like a
and in all
probably
honesty,
like a 4080 Super.
Matt and Jonah
Or
were
like 5080 if you ever get that
They did
soon.
not want to do anymore. And so I was when I wrote down the things, and I only remembered like maybe 3/4 of them. Like we didn't even review the footage to check.
Yeah, no, really.
No, wait. Oh, for 2 terabyte? Well, I
Well, I was talking like towards the end of the day, like
Is that video already?
I don't know. I need to check.
It hasn't gone up yet.
But you and Matt
Huh?
were like, because it was already like 3:30.
I can. Yeah. I can literally just. I
You
know.
do it alone. You like to be.
Thanks for asking the boss.
Oh.
No, he can.
Okay.
No, someone can fill in.
I don't think it's second that bad, but
No, it's not. I wouldn't
Nah.
put a bracket on it personally. Brackets are good when you got really bad sag, but like brackets just don't look good.
They
So
look fine.
they are coming out some now that are like built into the motherboard, which is really cool. Like I know
this
PNY.
one actually came with one of those.
Oh, it did.
No, sorry, it connects to the PCIe lane, which
Oh.
honestly, those
Oh,
in
I
my
don't like
experience,
those.
they don't do enough.
I don't.
Yeah, 'cause
there are
I-
ones that look too much. Like I guess I don't want to name drop. 'Cause they could send us one.
I already know who you're talking about.
That one was a little too much.
Jonah, I found all the footage. Zach, I know that there's 2 videos uploaded that I guess both need thumbnails.
Yes,
'Cause-
but I also have 2 ad spots that need to.
Have you
Yeah,
filmed
ad spots
any
are probably
of
more
the-
important.
Oh, that was the one that I was talking about.
Yeah, no, we already knew.
So do I have to say Matt's lines like word for word?
Well, yeah,
What we have right here is an awesome gaming PC for PC Bros. Tech or PC selling business, featuring a Ryzen 7 7700X and a 4070 Ti Super.
Yeah, but you're gonna choke though. You won't be able to say it like that.
And then the auto.
No, I
captions,
can't
like,
do it.
Just are gibberish, and I have to fill them all out.
All right, you ready, Zach?
I am ready. Usually Matt goes first, and then I pass you pass.
Design a good-looking
He just
bracket,
says
Jackson.
the CPG.
I
Yep.
You know how it is.
I know.
That's the wrong
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Right.
he's getting nervous. He's getting nervous, Chad.
Ready?
Yep.
What we have right here is an awesome build featuring the Ryzen 7 7700X and a 4070 Ti Super.
And to go over the other specs, we also have a Gigabyte B650M Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. We have a 2 terabyte Team Group Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 32 gigs of Team Group T-Create Expert at 6000 MHz CL30, and that's 2 16 gig sticks with dual channel, a Be Quiet Pure Power 12M 850 watt 80 plus gold, an NZXT Kraken 240mm liquid cooled, and that is with an LCD display. We have 2 Fractal Design ARGB fans along with the 3 that come included with the case, and this is the Fractal Design Pop Air Mini, which is an awesome micro ATX case. And guys, this will be $2150 at PC Bros, which is actually a great value for such a high-end build.
PC Bros.tech. We sell awesome gaming PCs, gaming laptops, and so much more. So check it out, PC Bros.tech today.
Sweet.
We did it, one take.
That was 58 seconds too. Perfect time.
It's good. She's a good-looking build. I was
Have
just
you
telling,
filmed
I was
any
just
of-
telling chat how much I love when like everything fits just barely.
Yeah, it's like a.
You like when it's.
I haven't
It's
filmed
solid.
any of those shorts, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
So today's, honestly, Zach, probably the whole week, you're probably gonna do a lot of PC Bros social
That's
media.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. I know I have one assigned to me,
Mhm.
and I would like to do that one if possible.
Yeah. Oh, go for it. Yeah.
But
And then I'm gonna film that one for you. I just don't know. It's probably gonna be like
Matt
Monday this
who?
week.
so is it?
Matt 2.
Matt 2.
Yep.
So
2150.
At this point, do we have enough like backlogs to get one uploaded like we usually do?
I don't know. If you don't see any in there, like if Matt
I
didn't give
couldn't
you
do
any,
I couldn't do
I don't
Matt's
have any
YouTuber voice.
pre-filmed
I
right
can't do
now.
it.
Well, I didn't
just
know how many were
it's against me.
scheduled to upload any.
just one right now.
Oh shoot.
But the channel will be fine because I have multiple that I'm working on.
Okay.
Just a few of them are going to Jonah. Matt, we
I
miss
started
you.
your hobby short, by the way, yesterday on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't finish it, but it's coming along pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah, it's cool.
I think it's gonna do good. I think interaction-wise, and it's fun just doing something that's like a lot different. Like it's not even really centered around tech, really.
Yeah.
Well,
I
guys,
agree.
it's 10:13, so I think it's about
Wow.
time that we raid. I was telling chat one day this week, I guess, I was gonna show them some of the new camera stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, your beard game is weak AF? Oh, okay.
Mine or, buddy? I trust me. I know.
Dude, mine is just literally just a little patch here. I can grow hair on the sides. I just never.
I
have
literally
tried.
can't.
I always shave mine.
I can't. I mean, I can grow stuff, but
Oh, sweet Phil.
I can
Yeah,
grow
Sweet Phil.
like a little bit, but
You can
it
grow
just,
pubic hair.
it just doesn't look good. So
I'm saying that.
I let it go. This is like as long as I'll let it go, and then I just cut it down. So, but yeah, not a bad build for. Oh my, this is actually a decent price. Yep, this one's good. Solid. Material solid, chat. Well, actually, let me see. Yeah, cool. Cool beans. Ryzen 5 5600 is a good pairing with the 4070. Yeah, I like that pairing a lot. It's solid if you're, especially if you're already on M4. It's a really good, it's pretty solid build. If you want to, you could go with a 7600, which is just probably a like $50, $60 more expensive. But then you gotta get DDR5 RAM, B650. So it just kind of comes down to if you're really trying to budget and you want that nicest GPU for that CPU, that's a pretty good pairing. But I'm a big fan of the 4070. It's like the most like to me it's like the most like all around like just solid GPU for the price. 1440p gaming capable, and honestly it gets you good FPS too. So